Snow White. Huh. Is facing backlash over Snow White and Prince Charming's kiss while she's asleep. The classic Disney story goes like this. Snow White is poisoned by an evil queen and falls into a comatose state. That is until Prince Charming's true love's kiss breaks the spell and they live happily ever after. SF Gate, is that the San Francisco Chronicle?
Yeah.
Managing editor of a major city newspaper, get that? And reporter Julie Tremaine wrote an article explaining while the ride itself is really good, the famous kiss is problematic. Dowd and Tremaine argue Prince Charming is shown kissing Snow White without her consent, and it, quote, cannot possibly, unquote, be true love. It's hard to understand why the Disneyland of 2021 would choose to add a scene with such old-fashioned ideas of what a man is allowed to do to a woman, Dowd and Tremaine wrote in the article. Yes, can you imagine that? He cannot revive her from coma without her consent. What a lowlife, Prince Charming. If that's not rape culture, I don't know what is. For anybody who ever says, oh, the world would be better if it were governed by women, just look at what left-wing women are doing to the society at this time. And I think you'll revamp your theory on that. Both sexes are capable of destroying society in their own ways and in same ways. These are two fools who work at the San Francisco Chronicle. Two childish, afraid of life, joyless human beings. And of course, Disneyland will undoubtedly cower to them. Prince Charming gives her a kiss while she's in a coma. By the way, let's say they were married. Why isn't that, according to the editors of the San Francisco Chronicle, date rape? No, excuse me, marital rape. You shouldn't be able to kiss your wife when she's in a coma, correct? Didn't get her consent? I think everybody should have like a living will. Should I be in a coma, I give my husband permission to kiss me. Right, especially if that brings me out of the coma. The criticism follows changes to other Disney park rides deemed offensive and racist. Splash Mountain will be replaced with a ride featuring The Princess and the Frog, a 2009 animated film featuring Tiana, the studio's first black princess. Last June, Splash Mountain's storyline was adapted from the 1946 movie Song of the South, which was found to have racist undertones. But what exactly was wrong? I have no idea. Do you know? Do you know anything about Splash Mountain? An old Gold Rush roller coaster ride. And liberals still think that the enemy of the society is the right. There is literally nothing the left can do that would have them realize that they're destroying society. It just happens one hammer blow at a time. The joy, you know what, it's not only joyless. There is another aspect that I have often mentioned to about the left. They are scared. Is it any wonder that there is such a division between left and right with regard to masks, with regard to COVID in general, about the fear of getting sick and dying? Why the left fears life and death more? This is fear Oh my God, a man may do this. Let's protect ourselves. So what will you have left? What they want is a risk-free society. Get it? The spoiled brats of the left want a risk-free society. You cannot fail. That's why they devised trophies for participating. Just always feel good and safe. Safe. Be safe. When did Americans ever say be safe? Be safe. You want a safe life? It's not worth living. Another popular ride, the Jungle Cruise at Disneyland and Disney World, was critiqued for its depiction of indigenous people. And Disney announced early this year the attraction would be updated. What's wrong? I have no idea. Do you know anything about indigenous people on the Jungle Cruise? They're statues of native people. Not everyone agrees with the criticism, this is again from the USA Today article, surrounding the Snow White ride. Fox News host Todd Pirro shared his take on Monday. He said Prince Charming's kiss on a poisoned Snow White was comparable to someone needing CPR. Sounds right to me. He revived her. Well, let me just say this. Should I ever be in a coma? Sean, you have permission to kiss me. Just for the record. I don't think anybody is looking at the Prince Charming kiss of Snow White and saying, boy, that's a microcosm of date rape culture in college. I'm not saying that date rape culture in college is a positive thing. You see what you have to add all the time? I have a little daughter right upstairs here in my home. Absolutely don't want that. But let's disaggregate this. This is a cartoon. This is a fable for many, many years. It is not what we all fear as dads of daughters. While some saw nothing wrong with the kiss, it led other families to feel uneasy. When Disneyland's doors reopened on April 30th, following a 400-day closure due to the COVID pandemic, Amanda Cruz said she and her 8-year-old son were among the first in line to enter. Although an avid Disneyland goer, Cruz said Snow White and Prince Charming's kiss led to an uncomfortable conversation with her son. It did? Oh, well, I have a theory on the uncomfortable conversation. I don't know if I should share it. Like, how did I get you as a mother? That was just dark humor, folks. Just dark humor. Cruz said he asked her, why did they only kiss when she was asleep? I don't believe it. No 8-year-old boy in the history of humanity would have asked that question. I don't believe it. She noted 2021 is the year topics of consent and racism are discussed at home. Poor kid. But not reflected in amusement parks. See? This woman would like amusement parks to politicize. Of course. There's no safe space. That's the irony. There's no space safe of the left.